The woman accusing Judge Brett Kavanaugh of sexual misconduct says she will not testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee unless the FBI conducts a full investigation into the alleged assault. So what happens now? Will the Judiciary Committee proceed as planned? Here are some answers. Is a member of that committee Senator John Kennedy. Senator, good to have you here.
Thank you, Trish.
So do you go forward with it? The vote?
I think we should go forward with the hearing. I'm a little more sanguine than some of my colleagues. I think there's a reasonable possibility that Dr. Ford will change her mind yet again and come to the hearing Monday. I mean, based on her past behavior. Originally, she wanted to remain anonymous. Then a few days later, she gave her story. She called the Washington Post and gave her the story. Then she asked for a public hearing. We've agreed to a public hearing. Then last night, her attorney says, well, they don't want a public hearing anymore. They want an FBI investigation. We're ready to hold the hearing, public or private. It's set for 10 o'clock Monday, room 216, the Philip Hart Building, 200 Constitution Avenue. And I hope she attends. She's made some very serious allegations. I want to take them seriously. I do take them seriously. I do think the hearing ought to be public. I think the American people have the right to hear from both Dr. Ford and from Judge Kavanaugh. But you also have to keep in mind, this is not a pejorative statement, it's a factual statement. These are 11th hour allegations. The confirmation process, the hearings, the confidential meetings, the question and answer and writing period, the FBI background investigation, all of that has been completed. And for whatever reason, Senator Feinstein sat on this letter and just turned it loose at the last minute.
Was there something else that she could have done or should have done, meaning Dianne Feinstein? In other words, once she got this information, even though this person was remaining confidential, Dr. Ford at the time, should it have been her duty to have said something to the FBI? Because, as you point out, he completed the background check, et cetera, which is a pretty intense one. Should she have said, look, there are these allegations. I have to protect the identity of the person making these allegations, but you should be aware of them and you should check them out?
Well, I'm not trying to be flip, but my Constitution doesn't say the FBI advises and consents here. It's the United States Senate. And what I would have done if I'd have gotten a letter like this and the author requested to be anonymous, I can understand that. I would have respected it, but I would have redacted her name, blacked it out. We do it all the time up here. I would have gone to the chairman and I would have said, Mr. Chairman, I got this letter here. Don't know if there's anything to it, but I want you to know and I want the committee to know, and then we could talk about how to proceed. Now, Senator Feinstein didn't do that.
Why do you think she didn't do that?
And I'm not impugning her. I like Dianne. I respect her. I'm not impugning her motives. But had she done that, instead of waiting until the entire process is over, we had a confidential meeting, which is customary, it's protocol, with the nominee. By we, I mean just the senators and the nominee. That's another point when you're supposed to be able to bring up information privately that you don't want to bring up in a hearing. I mean, no disrespect, but Dianne didn't even come. She didn't even attend. Yeah. So I feel like we changed the committee rules to have this hearing. I think we should have the hearing. We did it at Dr. Ford's request. She's changed her mind yet again. I think she might change her mind a third time and decide to come, and I hope she does.
Look, it would be nice if she did. You know, as I said earlier, and I'll say it again, no woman should ever have to go through what she described. Period.
Agreed.
End
Absolutely.
of story. But, you know, this is, and she deserves to be heard, and she should be heard. What about the FBI investigation, though? Do we need that right now?
Well, let me make a point. Trish, you make a very valid point. She should be heard. She is being heard. That's why we call the hearing.
Yeah.
This is no country for creepy old men or young men or middle-aged men. But at the same time, this is no country to deny people due process. I'm trying to be fair.
That's an important distinction, sir.
I'm trying to be fair to Judge Kavanaugh as well as Dr. Ford. But Dr. Ford has to meet us halfway. Number two, in terms of your question, I don't have enough information to call for an FBI investigation. In fact, I don't have any information. Every bit of the, you know who has the information? The Washington Post and the New Yorker. They're the ones that have been in touch with Dr. Ford. No disrespect, two fine publications, but the Constitution doesn't say the Washington Post and the New Yorker magazine get to advise and consent either. It says the United States Senate. I have no information, zero, none, nada.
Would you consider a private meeting with her, Senator?
I haven't even seen the letter yet that she wrote to Senator Feinstein.
Would you consider a private meeting? I mean, could your committee
I will do it
this
privately.
not in
I will do it. I will do it privately. I will do it publicly, reluctantly publicly. I think that privately. I think that the American people deserve to hear both, and the American people will draw their own conclusions. But if the professor wants to do it privately, I'll agree to do it privately. I understand. I hadn't talked to him, but Senator Grassley, who's done a great job here, in my opinion, offered to send a team out to California or wherever she happens to be. But our deadline is October 1.
And you're not going to change it?
That's not a political deadline. I'm tired of the political and cultural combat.
But are you going to change it at all? I mean, you said the deadline is October 1. Is there any chance it changes?
We owe it to the American people to have a Supreme Court justice nominated and confirmed by October 1. And I'm prepared to do that and make the decision on the best information that I have available to me. And Dr. Ford, if you're listening, please attend the hearing. Please attend the hearing. We want to hear your story. The American people want to hear your story, but you got to meet us halfway.
And you're sticking to your deadline?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Senator. We'll see what happens.